Hey y'all, I'm craving something sweet today. And I'm gonna make something that I hadn't made in so long that I'd like to share with y'all. And I'm hungry. And that's a butterscotch pie. So I'm gonna start y'all by adding half a cup of flour, a cup of brown sugar, cornstarch, a tablespoon of cornstarch, a little bit of salt, and then I've got my cream over here, my milk, and a couple of egg yolks that I'm going to temper in to this mixture. Now you want to mix that up real good. Make sure that flour is really worked in with that sugar real good so this won't lump on us. So, this is going to be a delicious pie. Anybody that likes butterscotch, ooh, this is going to move to the top of your list, I bet, for pies. Okay, that's worked in there nicely. Now I'm going to start adding my milk, and I'm going to add it kind of slow so I can get it all mixed together real good. We're using brown sugar for this pie versus white sugar because the brown sugar it makes it more, as you know, more caramelly or butterscotchy. So this is already starting to look good. And you'll want to do this with your whisk almost the whole time it's cooking to keep it from lumping. And I don't see any lumps. So I'm gonna finish adding my milk. Ooh, I almost didn't get a big enough pan. My directions say in a large pan. Alright, so I've got this, I set on about medium. I can still see grains of brown sugar. So I'm going to keep on at it until I know that everything is dissolved in there. Okay, Eddie, it's starting to get thick now. It's kind of a slow process. I turned it up a little bit, now I'm going to turn it back down. So it is getting thick, and we've got 2 egg yolks over here. And we're gonna temper them into our hot pudding mix. Now by temper, we're gonna add some of the hot into the egg yolks because you really, really need to do this because it's important. If you just dumped it all in there, there's a good chance that you would have scrambled eggs. And I like scrambled eggs, but I don't like them in my pies. So I think that will do nicely. And then we're gonna let that cook for a few more minutes so we can make sure our egg gets done. There we go. On the road again. Want to whisk that egg into our custard. And I bet y'all are thinking, I hadn't seen her put the first pat of butter in there. Well, guess what?
You need butter.
You do it to the yes
sugar.
for butterscotch. We got the scotch, and now we gotta have the butter. So there's our butter. And I'm gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. I got pudding on my brain, y'all. That's not much butter for that Big old pile of custard, is it? Lord, I hadn't made this pie in ages. I've forgotten how good that custard is.
So I never really thought what makes butterscotch.
What, Eddie? I'm sorry.
I never really thought what is butterscotch. I mean, it's brown sugar and butter.
Brown sugar. But we've got like butterscotch morsels that we're going to add to this to really kick up the butterscotch flavor. Now when we put this in the refrigerator to cool, you're going to want to put it in a bowl and then use some kind of plastic wrap and pat it on top of the custard so that your custard won't get this hard crust on it. So that will be our next step, but we're going to let it cool just a few minutes before we put it straight into the refrigerator. Okay, I'd like to see that come back to a little ball. That comes. That comes. All right, now I think it's safe to add our vanilla. You really don't want to add your vanilla until after it's off the heat, because look how I missed a spoon. I love a little extra vanilla. Because it will evaporate if it's actually cooked. So that's our last step. All right, so I'm gonna take this off of the stove. I'm gonna let it cool for a minute. And then I'm gonna transfer it to this bowl. And we're gonna slip this in the refrigerator. And you know what? To me, Eddie, this would be good in custard cups. You know, not even have to fool with a pie crust. Just make individual little bowls of custard with a dollop of fresh sweetened whipped cream on it.
Kind of reminds me of creme brulee. Is it like sort of like a creme brulee?
It's yeah, kinda, yeah, kinda. Yeah, what did I do with my other? Okay.
You want me to hold the bowl?
Oh, I think I got it. I'd rather miss and not burn you than miss you, and I don't want to burn you. In other words.
I knew what you were saying.
All right. So now we're gonna get out a piece of plastic wrap. And we're gonna press that down onto our custard, and that'll prevent that film, that hard film, from forming, because that doesn't complement our custard. Okay, so in the refrigerator this goes. We're gonna leave it there until it is completely cooled. Come in. That ain't the doorbell. See you after it's cooled. Teresa did so good, y'all. She put our bowl in the freezer, which makes cream whip so much better. And she's got our whipping cream real cold. Oops. Oopsie. So now we're gonna whip that cream up until it's the right consistency to be on the top of our pie. And I'm going to use a powdered sugar to sweeten it. 1/4 cup or a cup of egg cream. Our whipping cream is to the right consistency. You can see it forms nice peaks. So now, to bring our pie totally together, we're gonna stir in about 1/4 of a cup of butterscotch morsels. Morsels. All right, let's see, I think I'm gonna do a few more. All right, now our custard down here, thanks to Teresa, is nice and cold. And I'm just gonna pour it in. I mean, it's really thick this way, Teresa. If you could kind of help me hold that bowl,
Sure.
please, because it's heavy.
It thickened up nicely.
Yes, it did. Oh, excuse me, am I scratching you?
Not at all.
I'm gonna get it all out.
I know.
I don't want nobody to be short on that butterscotch. So we're just gonna
Now you
take
told
our
them we used a
spatula.
pre-baked. Did you tell them
Oh
pre-baked
yes,
pie
no, I
crust?
forgot to tell them that, but we used a frozen pie crust for this. You know, just the kind you buy at the grocery store in the freezer department. So there we go. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna bring that out to the edge. All right. Now we're gonna put our whipped cream on top. I think the kids would love this butterscotch pie, don't y'all think? Don't you think the children would love it?
Sure they would.
But then Eddie and I would have to share it.
I mean, look, our cup runneth over. Doesn't it?
It's good to
Our
have it
cup
run over.
runneth over. I'm trying to decide.
Better to have too much than too little.
I'm telling you, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and don't have it. I'm thinking that I'm not gonna bring that all the way to the edge because I think it kind of looks nice so you can see what kind of pie it is, you know? What do y'all think? Or you think I should? I'm just afraid to push it because
Yeah, it'll
that
be
made a
fun.
pile of custard.
It'll pile off the.
Okay, now for the finishing touch. What do y'all think?
That is a good looking pie.
I think we have done very, very good. But here's the only thing. Y'all gonna have to trust me on how it tastes because it's got to go back in the refrigerator and sit a little bit longer so it will cut nicely. Y'all don't mind though. Y'all take my word, don't you? Mmm. Loving best dishes, y'all. Okay, I'm fixing to cut this butterscotch pie that we made earlier. And we used just that frozen shell. So I'm gonna take my scissors and cut through that tin foil. And that's gonna help that first piece of pie release itself. So how big you want your pie is where you cut it. You know, I always get nervous when I make pies and I'm under the gun of a camera because you don't know if it's gonna come out or it's gonna flop. But I have a feeling if this one flops. All right, now see, I just pulled that crust way.
Piece one is always the piece that you give yourself.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I guess that came out pretty good, considering the tip got left in there. You got to make sure that you cut the pie all the way through. So y'all, it cut pretty clean. I'm passing out forks. What you coming around here for, Teresa?
Look at here, we're cutting it. This is what Eddie's been waiting for.
Uh-huh.
He won't admit it, but he insisted.
And this is that homemade pie crust, right?
No, this is
no,
not. This
the
is
tomato pies.
It's good. And it's got just enough butterscotch with the chips in it. We'll save Eddie some. That's good.
That's fine, mighty fine. Come on, Teresa.
I was gonna save Eddie some.
Eddie.
You think
Does
I'm-
Eddie want some? Okay. There you go, Eddie. Eddie wants the whole piece. Right, Eddie?
I'm gonna get mine later.
Okay. You can have it back.
Thank you.
Love and best dishes, y'all. Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.